Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Museums Change Lives Awards. This is very much the, good, bring it, bring the love. This is the pointless school of stage management, by which I mean the TV programme, not the entire conference. I do beg your pardon. Do you know what I'm talking about? I watched that show for years before I realised all they do is they take one podium away each time. That was just me. Never mind. More importantly, this afternoon, we are here to celebrate some of the best and most exciting work happening in museums across the UK today. Luckily, you are all here. How convenient that worked out. We've heard today that museums can absolutely be transformative to people and places, and these awards are a fantastic way for us to recognise the very best work in museums, projects, practice that make a difference to our audiences and communities. This year, the judging panel had an even harder time than in any other previous cliché when we talked about whenever the judging panel had a really hard time. But this is the information that has been put across to me, so we will take them at their word that it was a difficult decision on their part and therefore endorse the validity of the choices that they have made. We have 4 awards to hand out this afternoon, and one award for an individual who has made a huge difference in the sector, and 3 awards for institutions who are doing great things. So we will move on then to the very first of those awards, which is the Radical Changemaker Award. Correct. This is an award for the individual who has made the greatest impact in the sector by driving forward one or more of the key themes of the Museums Change Lives campaign. There are so many possible candidates for this award, but they have whittled them down to the following shortlist of 3. First on that list is Bridget McKenzie. Easy. Some premature enthusiasm there. I'm sure Bridget and her work are entirely deserving of that musical interlude. So here we go. So let's try that again. Bridget was shortlisted for her amazing work and long dedication to environmental activism, very much on theme for this conference, particularly in her work helping to set up the Happy Museum project, the Climate Museum UK, and most recently leading the charge to get museums to sign up to Culture Declare's emergency. Well done to Bridget. Excellent. Next on the shortlist is Ellie Miles. Ellie is a curator at the London Transport Museum and has taken contemporary collecting to new heights. Our judges were impressed that she has promoted diversity and inclusions in the museum's collecting practice and has sought to share good practice by setting up the Contemporary Collecting Group through an active social media presence. I follow her on Twitter, I can attest to that, and through active mentoring of younger colleagues. Congratulations to Ellie for this being shortlisted. You guys are such a warm and loving room. I'm really proud to work in museums. Final contender for this award is Victoria Rogers. Victoria is the manager of the Museum of Cardiff. Thank God there's not a Welsh name for this one right now. And she has, I mean, there should be, really. We're talking about decolonising museums. That's hypocritical of me to say. And she has put social impact, has put social impact at the very heart of the museum. She has made the museum dementia-friendly, increased the diversity of the museum's visitors, and sought to engage people with challenging aspects of the city's history. The person who nominated her said, and I'm quoting, "Being a radical change maker isn't just about the innovative, it's about core commitment in everything you do, something Victoria instills in the whole team at the Museum of Cardiff." So Maggie, it's over.
I'm now going to open my golden envelope. The winner is Victoria Rogers!
There you go.
Oh, we've got it. There we go.
Congratulations. Oh, I know, I really don't. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria.
Yes. Say it. Actually, come and share my microphone and share it to other people. Go on.
I just said it was I'm together with Cardiff if she really wanted to say it.
And Victoria, the judges said that they were just incredibly impressed by the huge impact that you and the museum have made there, but for your personal impact, thank you very much indeed.
Congratulations. So much of that, by the way, that what I did there was what's called solidarity, which is sometimes that you have to suppress your own voice in order to be able to let other people foreground theirs. So that was a very deliberate lesson for the room, for you to be able to work out how that happens.
I like the way you did this bit together.
Yeah,
it was
nice. It's cute. David Bowie, that was such a moment. Moving on to the next award, which is the Judges Award for Environmental Sustainability. In light of the theme of, sorry, we're jumping ahead there slightly with the PowerPoint, I apologise. In light of the theme of this year's MA conference, the judges wanted to celebrate the amazing proactive work that museums are doing to reduce their own environmental impact and take the message of environmental activism to their audiences. So here is our short list. First up, well ahead of the game, Leeds Museum and oh gosh, no. Is someone doing this without me? I can stop driving if that's what's happening. Okay, let's try that. Here we go. First up is Leeds Museums and Galleries for their project Beavers to Weavers, not what you are thinking. This was an exhibition about the way in which animals use only what they need for the environment, and the museum took a similarly sustainable approach to the exhibition. They used sustainable materials and explained their decisions to visitors in order to encourage them to think about how they use these resources and the impact that they have on the natural world. Congratulations for being nominated, Leeds Museums and Galleries. Next on the shortlist is the Horniman Museum for its project Beat Plastic Pollution. This pop-up display introduced more than 150 items of single-use and waste plastic into the Horniman's aquarium. That doesn't sound terribly good. But providing information about the impact plastics had on sea creatures and actions visitors can take to reduce this harm. That really is putting your plastic where your mouth is there. It was supported to be by a really successful social media campaign and helped to increase coverage of this vital issue. Well done, the Horniman, for this project. And the final museum on the list is the Manchester Museum for their Harlequin frog conservation project. When I first heard about this, I thought they were putting frogs in like motley tights, but it turns out that what it is an amazing project which helps, thank you for coming with me on that one, see the museum partner with the communities in rural Panama to conserve and protect this endangered species. Manchester Museum has built up the world's only backup population of frogs in captivity and has raised funds and awareness of the project through displays in their museum. Well done, the team from Manchester.
And the winner is Leeds Museums and Galleries.
Do you want to come on up? Congratulations.
You're so nice. Feel heavy? Thank you, one of your colleagues.
Congratulations to Leeds. The judges absolutely loved this project, in particular for the way the sustainable practice was written into the project from start to finish. Keep grinning, it's all good. And how it asked visitors to take action to improve their own environmental impact. Well done, and thank you very much. Okay, so moving right along to the third award, which is the Best Small Museum Award for the small museum who is making a big difference to its local community. There are 3 museum projects shortlisted in this category, and the first one, again, I'm mindful of mispronouncing it, Kirkleatham Museum in Redcar. Did I get that right? Excellent. For their project, Steel Stories, which celebrates local iron and steel heritage whilst paying homage to the people that worked in the industry. This project was based on in-depth research and was co-curated by local community groups, schools, businesses, and former employees. It has had a really big impact locally and has helped to prompt further debate about the future of the area and use the former steel mine site. So, steel mill site, I beg your pardon. Well done, the team from Kirkleatham. Next on the list for Best Small Museum is Totnes Museum for their project Totnes Women's Voices, 1918 to 2018, celebrating the centenary of some women getting the vote by highlighting the impact that Totnes women and girls, both past and present, have had in the world. Congratulations to Totnes Museum for being shortlisted. And the final museum on the list is the Museum of Cardiff. Gosh, you guys are good, aren't you, for their Memory Box project. The museum has developed a really innovative version of the Memory Box service, partnering with 12 different organisations, mental health charities, housing and social care services to take local history memory boxes out to vulnerable members of the community. The volunteers who support the project will give a huge amount of their time and to date have reached over 540 people through the programme. That is extraordinarily impressive. Well done, Cardiff.
And the winner is Kirkleatham Museum.
Oh, there we go. Come on through. I'm going to have to do it all my around and things. Nice to meet you. Glad I gave up my seat. Come on in.
Thank you.
Yep.
Can we have a comment on my mic, please? Go on.
This means so much to the North East and Kirkleatham Museum. Thank you.
Well done. Congrats. Can we have some respect to Alistair Brown, who has worked out the playlist for these awards, choosing the Conservatives' national anthem. So, well done. Big up Hammerman. Okay. Now, on to the final and, I'm told, the biggest awards, but it feels mean to be competitive in a situation which is an award ceremony, so perhaps I should have thought that through before I started. Here is the biggest award, the Museums Change Lives Awards 2019, which will go to the museum producing brave, innovative work, helping to make a difference in the world. We have such an exciting shortlist of 5 museums for this prize, and they are... First of all, Glasgow Women's Library for its Decoding Inequality project. They used, by all means, keep applauding. I'm not going to stop applause. There, they used 40 objects selected from the collection by volunteers to reflect real lived experiences of inequality and asked visitors to take action and campaign on issues such as reproductive rights, domestic abuse, equal pay, women's suffrage, and sexual violence. I think you mean to say that take action against some of those things. The judges thought this was a brilliant use of an existing collection in driving change and engaging with contemporary issues. So well done to Glasgow Women's Library. Next up is the Jewish Museum London for their project and exhibition, Jews, Money, Myth. This project bravely confronts deeply entrenched stereotypes about Jews and financial greed. That's a generational thing there, I really can't say that, sorry. Jewish people and financial greed. And the present-day impact of these ideas still widely held in society. The exhibition is based on groundbreaking new research as well as participative community engagement and has had widespread international press coverage for the positive way in which it tackled this controversial subject. That is no small thing. Well done, the Jewish Museum. Third on the shortlist is Garnock Connections Skiff project by the Scottish Maritime Museum, which supports a group of young disenfranchised people from the local area to work in the museum's workshop to gain woodwork skills and to construct and row 2 traditional boats known as St. Ailes skiffs. Again, apologies for mispronunciation. The boats were recently launched and are now rowed regularly by new clubs on the Scottish coast, helping to keep this tradition alive. Great work, folks, at Scottish Maritime Museum. Fourth on the list is Tyne and Weir Archives and Museums Women of Tyneside project. The judges loved this project because it helped to increase the representation of women within the museum collections by collecting a large number of new items in collaboration with groups of local women and girls. The project also created Tyneside's first Festival of Women, with 65 events taking place across the area to celebrate local women. Well done to everyone there. Finally on the list is Time and Tide Museum in Great Yarmouth with their project Seaside Suitcases, a project which the judges praised highly as a brilliant piece of engagement and co-production with people struggling with addiction. The group formed a team of community curators with full access to the museum's collections to produce new handling collections, a new handling collection resource for the museum. This was a project with low costs, high engagement, and high impact, proof that museums can do a lot, even in tough times. Congratulations, Time and Tide Museum.
And the winner is the Jewish Museum London.
Congratulations, Ellie.
It's very heavy, sorry.
Okay. Well, that wraps up the Museums Change Lives Awards 2019. I think you'll agree, I've been told to tell you, that we've seen an amazing range of museums at work. I certainly feel that that is the case, and we hope that you feel inspired. Please do consider entering next year. It is impossible to win awards if you don't enter for them. So this should be an inspiration to all of you. There is phenomenal work going on, and we know that there's a lot more out there, so we would encourage you to contribute and apply for next year's awards.
And if the winners could just hang on, because I think we need another photograph, please. So thank you.
There we go.
Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your day.